Coming up, my not top sets for Lego investing and reselling. Let's see what sets are recommended for us to avoid. Welcome to KDX Bricks Analytics, where I watch all the Lego investing and reselling videos so that you don't have to. So let's jump right into it. Oh, and don't forget, my videos are for entertainment purposes only. I do not provide financial advice. You got to get that from somebody else. Here's our next look at the not top sets for Lego investing and reselling. We're up to 95 videos watched, over 10 channels with 446 Lego set mentions. I'm not going to go through every set in this table. This table is starting to get pretty long, but I will highlight any set that has more than one mention and any new sets that are of interest. Starting at the top, 10272, the Manchester United Stadium. It's up to 4 mentions for not investment and reselling. I get it. I agree. It's very narrow market in terms of desirability, but this set looks really good. The other stadium sets I'm not interested in. Next up is 10291, Queer Eye the Fab 5 Loft. It is up to 4 mentions against Lego investing and reselling. Now on to 10282, the Adidas Original Superstar. 3 mentions for not purchasing, and it should have 100, honestly. This set is awful. And then another one that should have 100 mentions for not investing and reselling is this Barcelona Stadium 10284, and 21319 Central Perk is next. So 3 mentions, but as I stated in my last video, this set is very polarizing. It's getting a number of great mentions for investment and a number of mentions against investment, and I think people just don't know how these TV set Lego sets will do, even though Friends has been popular for decades. Some people are going to take a gamble on it, and some people are going to stay on the sidelines on this one. Next up with 2 mentions is 21051, the Architecture Tokyo Skyline. This set just hasn't had that much buzz. It's been on the shelves for a pretty long time, even though it's, one of the most populated, maybe the most populated, I forget, but one of the most populated cities in the world, one of the most popular cities in the world, just hasn't gotten a lot of buzz for some reason. Probably won't do too well in retirement. 31201, the Harry Potter art set. I wish this one would do better. It's Harry Potter and we like things all Harry Potter, but ultimately this set is pretty much a bunch of studs, one by one round stud pieces. Now on to 43179, Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. I won't spend much time on this one. Check out a couple of my previous videos where you can hear me scorch this set. It's a terrifying set. Parts of it are good, but those faces are terrifying. But again, I do want to highlight, as I have every time, that camera and tripod is really good. They should box that up and sell that. 71040, the Disney Castle. This one too has been somewhat polarizing. So this is its second mention against investing and reselling. Number of mentions in favor of it, but obviously it's going to be very popular and be iconic, and honestly it'll probably do pretty well, but it's a huge box. It's going to be very costly for shipping. You're going to have to hold on to it for a while. There's some risk there, but if you got space and time, then I think you'll do pretty well. 76393, Harry Potter and Hermione Granger. I hope we're all wrong on this one, but it's second mention for not investing, and I hope we're all wrong because I hope that Lego makes more Harry Potter characters in this size and format, and if they do, then obviously these two being the first will be very popular, but so far we haven't heard anything more. It's sounding more and more like it's unlikely we'll get new sets with different characters, and these two could just be standalone in this format, which will hurt their investment and resellability. Now on to 21226, art project. Again, another art project. These are art set that hangs on the wall with no texture. It's just a bunch of round tile pieces. However, I do want to point out, go to the more images here, and let's click on the back of the box, and right down in the middle of your screen where the picture is, you can see a tiny picture of a classic Lego space minifigure. That can be made from the pieces in this set. I feel like not many folks have realized that from this set, because I feel like there would have been a little bit more buzz. Not enough to make it worth investing in, but still, that's pretty cool that you can make that and hang that on the wall. And from that alone, I kind of could be interested in getting one of these. I have a ton of classic space sets that I had growing up, and they're all boxed away at the moment. I'm gonna scroll down the table over here. Feel free to pause and look at any of these along the way. The next one up is 31202, Disney's Mickey Mouse art set, and again, similar to the others, it's just a lot of the same type of piece and doesn't seem to have that much buzz or interest. I'm going to scroll next down to the bottom of this table. So 76225, Miles Morales figure. This one got 1 mention so far against investing and reselling. Same thing with this set, which is the Spider-Man figure. But interestingly enough, from my last video, this one right here, which is the Venom buildable action figure, got 1 mention with an enthusiasm score of 3. And the person that mentioned that specifically specifically said this is the one that they think is very interesting and will do great, and that the other two will not do great and are not worth investing in. And so I find that pretty interesting, and I can see why. You know, certainly this one looks significantly more dynamic than the other two. However, I'm still very wary based on Lego's recent history with buildable action figures. You know, if we go back to Bionicle days, then the history's good at the beginning, but recently Lego has really struggled. I'm sure they'll find the formula here at some point, but I don't know that this is the one that I want to gamble on. Last set to look at is a Monkey Kid 80015 Monkey Kid's Cloud Roadster. I think Monkey Kid is a big question mark for a lot of folks because it is still relatively new. We don't have much historical data to go off of, and you know, I can see that this set is kind of weird, you know, maybe interesting in some ways, but kind of weird, maybe not that interesting. The minifigures are only so-so, and you know, it is a $70 set for 659 pieces. Not bad, but I can see this set not being something of interest for investment and reselling. That's a wrap on this video. I will see you in the next one.